Yeah.
I'm fangirling.
Over me?
Yes. Yes.
Girl, not a
When
little me.
you posted earlier and you was like, I'm super excited, I was like, who you? Let me
Yeah.
see. I got my notes. I took it very serious, okay?
Okay, I appreciate that.
I'm ready to go. Okay, before we get started with the specific questions for the story, I did ask the other two ladies, so I want to ask you, what was it like for you when y'all decided to come up with this series together?
It was an honor actually, because this is my first group project, and so when LB Gaines approached me about it, I was really excited. She's another new author like me, and so I was like, whoa! And I really love her books. I've been following her since she sat down with Jaleesa to discuss 3 Months in Accra.
Mhm.
And then I had a chance to arc read Room 214, and I was like, oh, I wasn't familiar with your game.
Yeah.
Okay. Very, very poetic, very romantic. And then I read Beneath the Harvest Moon, and she got me there because I was like, I thought it was going to be like a cutesy little Thanksgiving romance. And they had some shit going on in that book. And I was like, oh, okay. So she's versatile. So when she DM'd me about really loving Concrete and Cadence, it made my day. And then she was like, maybe we could do a group project. And then Deidre Fro is my friend in real life. And I was like, I think this would be a perfect, group project for the three of us to do as new authors. So
Yeah. It was really good. Like y'all started my year off with a bang. And I
oh, that's
appreciate y'all for
good.
that
Because
service,
they was
okay?
getting nasty over in the books.
Baby, it was good. Okay, so the story opened up with Malachi kind of, I don't even want to say reminiscing, but just going back over how he like just ruined what he had with
Yeah.
Mayville.
Yeah.
I was surprised. Okay, let me say this. In the last book, when we got a little bit of the friendship with the three fellas, he did kind of let on like, okay, I'm happy for y'all, good for y'all. I'm over here going through it, but good for y'all. But you started off the story like really diving into what happened. What made you start the story off like that?
Because when it's a novella, you don't have a lot of wiggle room. You have to really get to the why and
Yeah.
like what did you do? Like it's a second chance romance. So I was thinking one or two things. People was either expecting me to go full enigma, and I was like, y'all already got enigma. You don't need another enigma. So I was like, what how can I make this second chance romance hit a lot differently? And it's like when you realize you ruined your whole relationship. You were still in love, but you ruined it. Your ego, your
Yeah.
pride, everything wouldn't let you be vulnerable to your partner, and you ruined everything. And so I opened it with him remembering all those good memories, then remembering, damn, messed this one up real bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Okay, and then we immediately got a plot twist. He is swiping on the app, and not only does he find the ex-wife he was just reminiscing over, but her and her new boo. What made you choose this storyline?
Well, I gotta give you CM Barnes. I love a good poly romance. I do. And so I was like, oh, how do I introduce this dynamic? Because initially she was gonna be partnered regardless. And initially my mind went to she got a boyfriend. But then I
Mm-hmm.
was like, that's too easy. No,
Mm-hmm.
she got a whole girlfriend and like they are madly in love. So now what? What is he gonna do? Is he gonna be like, damn, oh well, maybe next lifetime? Or is he gonna be
Yeah.
like, let me see. Let me see
I'm
what we're
getting
gonna
it where I
do.
could fit in. I feel it.
Yeah.
Um, so when they talked, so we see the other side. We see Mayel and Nyla talking, and randomly in conversation. I'm gonna touch on this in a second, but I'm just following the timeline.
Okay.
Randomly, she ends up, Nyla brings up that Malachi was featured on the news. You know, she saw about him becoming a chef and doing these other things. And she was really understanding and like reassuring to Mayel of like, you know, it's okay if you still feel something. It's okay if the love is still there. How in the world is Mayel so mature?
I mean, she had to be the voice of reason. Like she had to be, because when we talk about Mael and then we talk about Nyla, she did all this healing. Like they have been divorced for 5 years now by the time we're introduced to them. And so in 5 years, you had to have done some work to find yourself in another loving relationship.
Mm-hmm.
One where you also had to come to accept that you're sexually fluid. So it was like they both needed to be really mature. And I think the circumstances of their divorce, when you read further into it, um, you get to see, and that's kind of one of my things. I don't always do a lot of romantic conflict
Mm-hmm.
because I write more mature characters, but I don't think people understand just how much family trauma impacts your romantic and personal relationships.
Mm-hmm. And we gonna
Um,
get there. I
yeah,
got a whole write out about that one. We gonna get there.
yeah.
But yeah, in the beginning, I was really like, dang, I don't know that I could ever be Niall in any lifetime. I mean, Nyla. I don't know that I could be her in any lifetime. Because girl, I'd be like, girl, fuck him. He ain't nobody. Okay, another thing I noticed early in the story, a lot of times, especially in a romance, although we have two main characters, a lot of time the FMC is kind of the lead of the story, if that makes sense. But it felt like in this one, Malachi was more of the main character, if that makes sense. Was that intentional or did it just kind of unfold like that?
No, that was intentional because he had the most work to do, right?
Yeah.
He had the most to prove to get his wife back, and not only get his wife back, but then subsequently make her new partner feel comfortable enough to want him around, right? Because he ruined everything. She
Yeah.
didn't, he ruined it. He put divorce on the table. He moved forward with the divorce. And so to Mael, it's like, nigga, you divorced me. What do you want?
Yes.
You divorced me, you sent me packing, you didn't want to reconcile, you didn't do the work. What do you want? So I think it was very important for us to see just how much work he had done, because he was a mess.
A hot mess.
He's a mess.
A hot mess. Um, now they do get to a point of feeling like, okay, we've been messaging, you know, it's cute, it's fun and all of that, but like, what's up? Well, I ain't got no FaceTime, ain't been no phone call. I don't know if I'm being catfished, but I feel like a little bit of my yell was like, is this
Maybe no, he wouldn't play with me like that. But would he play with me like that? Because why would he play with me like that? He divorced me. I
right? So
haven't
what
hurt
would he go through
him.
our list for if he was the one who wanted out? And
Correct.
also, even I kind of wondered, did Nyla have the same inkling? Because when she made the statement, like, oh, well, it could be somebody famous that's using, like, you know, some other pictures to stay low profile. I was like, now, are both of y'all on to the scheme that Ty set up or what?
Yeah, I feel like I've been on the internet for a long time, and I've seen enough catfishing
Yes.
all throughout the internet, from AOL to Black Planet to you hop on over to Twitter and Facebook, and like there's always something that sits in the back of your mind when somebody is not being honest with you, like a stranger is not being honest with you, because they have the weirdest excuses, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember like, oh, my webcam broke. Oh,
Yeah.
it's too dark in here right now. I got all the lights out. Oh, I gotta work. Like, even when you watch the show Catfish, some of the reasons they used to give, you be like,
Girl, please.
you had to know.
Yeah.
You had to know. What you mean you got an iPhone but the camera don't work?
It's always the camera. It's always something wrong with the camera, baby. Not on that mobile device. You better call me from somebody else's phone.
Yeah, like it was something. So I wanted to build that in because that's realistic. Like when you dealing with strangers on the internet, whether you listen to that intuition or not, there's always something that's in the back of your mind, like the
Girl, what
picture's
is your
always
second place?
blurry, or
Yeah.
it looked like you can't always see the person's face, so the pictures could be similar but never the same person. So I felt like I had to build that in a little bit to kind of play into the he catfishing him, but not because he ugly, but because he know if he went and approached his ex-wife as him, she would have slammed that door in his damn face.
Immediate block.
Yeah.
Immediate. Probably would have
Yeah.
deleted her whole profile, matter of fact. Um, then we get an appearance by our boys, Lennox and O. I was so excited to see that. I love that they were really the voice of reason, like, dog, you crazy as hell. I get it, and I'm rooting for you, but still, like, you're a little loony, but you still my dog.
Yeah, they were like, if they find out the truth and they knock you upside your head, just take your L and go home because your friends really do see the best and worst of you, whether you want to admit it or not. Now, they going to love you through it. They're going to love you through it, but your friends do see the best and worst of you. They see the best in your relationships. They see the worst in the breakups. They see you through your whole phases. They know who you are better than most people. So they were like, dog, you did that girl so dirty. If she cuss you out, it is what it is.
Yeah, because
You
not
just
only
have to
did
deal
you
with
do her
it.
dirty, but now you catfishing the lady and her girlfriend. Like, but
All the
okay.
while reminiscing about keeping her damn panties. Like it was really, like he was really towing the line of like,
Psychotic a little bit.
little bit, yeah.
Psychotic.
But in love still.
Yeah. I've said, like, on another book review, if you psychotic, but it's coming from a good place, I can give you a pass. Like, if you got good intentions, it's a little different. It's not just like regular psychotic, you know?
No, it's not. He was never the same once he was divorced, and he was accountable. He went and actually did the work, not in hopes of getting her back, but in hopes of feeling better about life and where he was going. So he was a little psychotic, a little stalkerish, but with a purpose.
With a purpose. Crazy
Yeah.
with a purpose is different. And I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes I like to write down a quote and just ask you, like, what was your thought process behind the quote? So he said, at least this time I'm honest about what I want. My yell, all of her, even the parts I never knew how to hold. That had got me in the fields. Like, talk to us about that quote.
So I think when we talk about sexuality, a lot of times we dive into when you're younger and you're trying to figure it out. But there's a part in life where sometimes men and women have a sexual awakening as they're older, and they have to figure it out. Hey, love y'all too. You got to figure out what you're doing. Like you don't get your sexual awakening all the time when you in your 20s. Like sometimes you are in your 30s and you're like, is this what I want? Who am I? What do I want? And so it's very realistic to be in a relationship with a partner and you have that sexual awakening and you don't know how to have the conversation about it. You don't know if that's where you want to be and where you want to stay in the relationship. And you're afraid to because there's still a lot of stigmas attached to people who are sexually fluid. And so he felt a way. He was like, I never knew this about her, even though she'd had these feelings for a while, and she was never comfortable enough to come to him and share those feelings.
Yeah.
And so and his career had overshadowed her a lot. you know, she had to be picture perfect for the cameras because the cameras were always watching.
Yeah.
So how do you even begin to ask your superstar baseball husband if you can explore your sexuality with him when the paparazzi are always watching, always there?
Yeah.
So he was ready this time.
And then also too, what we hear a lot as we get further into the story, she kind of had to like box herself up and fit into whatever he needed her to be. So she didn't even have the room to be like, hey, I kind of feel like, you know. And then this was one of the two, like, I saw a lot of my own lived experiences in this book and I didn't expect it. And that was one of them. A lot of times it's hard to have that conversation with your spouse or even just your friends because you feel like I'm at this big age and now I kind of don't even really know what I want. And so how do I have the conversation when I don't fully know? Like I can't answer your questions because I don't have the answers for myself yet. So I really appreciated that about the story. One thing I noted though, when they, you know, they start their group chat with Jaden, aka Malachi. Now they were very, this is what we want, this is what we looking for, this is what we not interested in. Is that cool? Now he frequently agreed to like, okay, you know, I'm not looking for anything serious either. I'm just looking for, you know, non-committal fun. But he frequently referenced or thought about it as, I'm trying to win my wife back. Now, friend, you gotta slow down now. It can't be both, my guy.
He was never coming up off them. Like he was, which and they dinged him on that. They called him out on that. Like you came in here real messy. Your intentions wasn't on the table because he never had any intentions on being a good time, but not a long time. He was there for the long haul. He was there to stay. He was like, if I get back in the door, not leaving. I'm bringing my toothbrush over. Look, I'm here. And yeah, Nyla didn't play, but you want to know it's funny. I had my husband read the first draft of this, and he was like, "You not holding Malachi feet to the fire enough for me." Like, what you mean? You lie, you sneak your way back in your ex-wife life, you make all these promises you know you can't keep, and then they just like, "Oh, so sorry you went through all of that. Let's get the fucking." He was like, "No, they need to have real conversations about how he showed up in this situation."
I love that Nyla was like, I get it. I feel him. I can see where he may have changed, but he played in my damn face a little bit, and we got to talk about it. Like, I love that about Nyla. It can be both. I can give you a chance, and I can try to have a little faith in you, but ho, don't play with me like that ever again.
Don't do me like that.
Apologize. Okay, now I write my notes, my questions as I go, but sometimes I be too locked in. Cause all I wrote was, it's almost time. No, I wrote, we set a date. Why am I scared for Malachi? Cause girl, when he agreed to meet them at the hotel, I said, now Malachi, we too far in now, friend. What we gonna do? What we gonna do, Malachi? Why was I scared? Like I'm the one that's gonna get put out the room.
I was scared too because when you get to a certain point, you committed. Now I'm like, oh God, what we finna do here? What's finna happen? Because when you know when a catfish get caught, they just disappear off the face of the earth.
That's it.
Like they cowards. They block you on every damn thing, and they go make a new fake profile and go catfish somebody else. So I'm like, well, I can't do that, right? He got to show up, and they didn't told him if you say you coming, you better be there.
And I mean, he said, I'm gonna be there. It's just not gonna be who you think. I was just so scared. Like, obviously, he had to be like, I knew it was part of the story, but I don't know why I was so like, Malachi, what we gonna do? How we gonna do this, friend? What you gonna say? Let's practice. Like, girl, you had my nerves bad. Now, when Nyla opened the door, The girl says, "Oh wow, of course it's you." What you mean? Of course it's you, girl. You knew it was him.
I feel like that's what I was saying. I feel like I was very intentional in setting it up. Like there was some inkling that something wasn't right, and she like this nigga man. Here
This
you.
nigga here. Of course it's you with
But
your
then he
dog
got the nerve
leg.
to be fine. Like that's the thing.
How dare
See, I
you?
could be angry if you ugly. I
Yeah.
could just slam the door in your face, like how Denzel Washington be slamming doors in people's faces in movies. Just get the fuck out of here. But he had the nerve to be fine, and he had the nerve to show it with puppy dog eyes and all kind of.
Right. Smelling good and stuff, like the nerve,
The nerve.
the audacity.
Why they in all this sexy ass lingerie?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I was just like, Malachi, dog. I'm talking about I was stressed. I was stressed reading that play. Now, one thing I did notice, now obviously, with my yell is some hurt there. We then opened up an old wound. But I feel like my girl Nyla was like, I mean, he came all this
He
way.
came all this way, and my
Let's
coochie
just see what
thumping. What he finna say? Let's get.
I already got this lace and stuff on. I mean, I feel like we should just hear him out. I was like, girl, Nyla, stand up, girl.
Listen, she was like, she looking like, well, and me, you, y'all, we, what? But
Yeah.
he was not. It's so funny. He was not there for the sex. He was not there. He was there to plead his case.
And
He
I
was.
was kind of surprised by that because I was like, okay, you really are finna just plead your case and leave? Like, okay, for real, okay.
Yeah.
All right, big dog.
But thankfully, he pled his case, and he, this is a trigger warning. This might be the part where you step out for a minute, but a lot of men, a lot of black men suffer with suicide ideation when traumatic things happen to them. And they do take measures to complete it, and by the grace of God, maybe it doesn't go through. But like, I really needed to show that when you have what you think is your life snatched away from you, um, you feel so many different emotions, right? You go from being at the top of your career, everybody loves you, everybody's pouring into you, and he figures out eventually it's because of what they could get from him. But to lose that from not something you did, but from something somebody else did, somebody else's action, somebody else's behavior changes the whole trajectory of your life. Where do you go from there? You know?
Yeah.
How do you shake back from that? And a lot of people don't. And their coping mechanisms are forms of self-harm and abuse towards themselves and other people. They start drinking, they start doing drugs, they become abusive, they think about self-harm and harming other people. So I thought it was really important to show him telling the truth about that.
And I love that. Now, okay, I'm be transparent here. I actually got really emotional on this part, and I had to take a break. I had to take a few days to sit in it and come back because a lot of times when you read a lot of books, you do see some of your own parallels in books. But this one part, I've never seen a parallel in a book, and like the words you wrote were literal words I have said like in therapy, like. So he opens up about his father. And the quote that I wrote down, and I'm sure my therapist has this all up and through my notes. He said it as if it were factual, like he was doing me a favor by telling me early. You hit that situation like nail on the head. And I'm saying this is a person who has lived the exact same experience. Like, how did you do that? Like, how did you put my words in your book now?
Cause because I've lived some of those things. I've had a parent that, didn't want anything to do with me until it was their benefit, right? And so it's a really crazy feeling when somebody that should be there for you all the time, right? Because I got my mother and she's here no matter what, right?
Yeah.
But when you have a parent that shows up only when they need something from you, and if you can't give them that, then they continue to tear you down and berate you. That is a very real trauma for a lot of us adults today that we still cannot cope with, is the in and out parent, right? That in and out parent is a motherfucker, does a real big job on you, and it makes you feel worthless, because a parent's love should be unconditional. It should have some conditionals once you're an adult, because you should have some act right about you, but your parents should want to be there just because they are your parents, right? I've experienced that. And so I was like, a lot of times if you go through my catalog and you'll read things, if they trigger an emotion in you, I've probably dealt with it firsthand. I've probably seen it firsthand, felt it, had to deal with it, complicated family relationships, romantic relationships. So this one was a real big one for me though. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, you took me out. You took me out the game. I was like, wait, whoa, 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 girl. I thought we was just here for a nasty little time, baby. We getting personal up in here. But even when he spoke to how it it like plants a seed in you to where like you are just so desperate to prove your parent wrong, and good or bad, good or bad. Because with me, I did the opposite. I made some horrible choices out of desperation to prove, those words wrong. So when he said that and how it tied to like baseball being so important to him because it was his chance to be like, see, you was wrong. I'm worth something. I could do something. Look at me. And to lose that, it just adds to the loss because, dang,
Never
now I
mind.
feel like what he said kind of was right a little
Yeah,
bit,
never mind.
Yeah.
He was right. He was right. I'm not, I might have had it for a little while, but back at ground zero. And, people deserve to be on the list when they treat their kids like that. Like they really do. They really do. Like, because there are a lot of us as adults who chase our parents' approval.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I could be honest, like I tell myself sometimes, like and oh, this is gonna sound horrible what I say, but one of the best things that happened to me is that my father died because I was not chasing after somebody who never wanted to be around.
Yeah.
Like I when he passed away, I said, you know what? Go ahead to therapy, because had he continued to live, it would continue to be a revolving door of him popping in and out of my life and me chasing down affection that he was never going to give me freely.
Yeah.
So when I know Big Sandals didn't call him home, he down there with Hot Toes. When Hot Toes called him home,
Oh Lord, have mercy, girl.
oh,
You crazy.
Hot Toes called him home.
Hot
I
Toes.
said, woo, we are free. Let's go heal.
That's so true though, because like even from at the big age of 41, I still default to stuff that my dad said to me when I was like 12. Like, because like just like he said, when it's said just like it's a fact. Like it's like that's what they teach you. They teach you like, oh, you're not, so that's your default thought. So you do kind of feel like a prisoner to that. It's always gonna pop back up every failure, every time, because life is always gonna knock you down a little bit and you figure your way back out of it.
You always gotta bounce. You always gotta bounce back. And so like that's one of them things. Like, but then when I met my husband, his father, some days I still peer at my husband like a hater, because like, damn, you had this good ass dad your whole life. Ain't that some shit?
I know.
Good ass dad your whole life. And I could tell that he had a father who gave of himself freely and never need anything in return, good, bad, or indifferent. Cause it's like, damn. So sometimes I do be peeping over there like, you act just like your daddy. He was a good nigga. You know?
And maybe that's part of our healing too. We get a pretty cool father-in-law. Because my father-in-law is actually like my bestie. That's my dog.
Yeah, that was my
Even
dog.
still, what's crazy is my issues with mine will make me kind of push back from him sometimes. And it's like, why do I keep letting this sorry nigga win?
Because we human.
True.
We human and we deserve grace because healing, you once you find healing, you're still healing every day. It just is a constant thing of you making sure you stay on that path. And sometimes you veer off a little bit, but when people love you and they love you wholeheartedly, they're gonna pull you back on the right path with them every time. You know, that father-in-law ain't gonna let you veer too far off the path. Or they be like, girls, we cool.
Yeah, he gonna pull up on me. He gonna pull up. And it's crazy because when you first read the story and Malachi is thinking back to how he fucked up the thing with Mayel, but now once he opens up and really walks us through like what it meant to him and why he like took it to hell, it's like, damn, all right, okay. All right, friend, let me give you a hug, friend. It's gonna be okay.
Yeah, I made him unlikable, and then I had to make him redeemable, right?
Why do y'all make us dislike somebody just to like them in the end? Like, what? Don't stress me out.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stress y'all out every time. I'm finna stress y'all out in April. I apologize.
One step at a time, baby. Let's stay in February right now, Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, after he opens up, he shares everything. Both ladies embraced him, and I thought that was really sweet. Cause again, I could never be Nyla in this lifetime or the next. Cause I would have been like, I hate that happened to you. Get the fuck out. But my girl was like, come here. It's okay. I'm going to rub your back. It's going to be all right.
Yeah, and they was horny.
They was. Cause she
He
was like,
told them. He said, man, if y'all pull me back here one more time.
Y'all got one more time to stop me and I'm dropping Dick off tonight.
Yeah.
And Dick got dropped off. And I'm happy for them. I appreciate it. Okay. The next morning, our girl Mayel is up and she like, okay, hold on. Cause it was fun and everything, but I hope this nigga not playing with me. I hope it's not a game. And that's why even our girl Nyla is like, I could give him the benefit of the doubt. However, we got to have a conversation.
We gotta have a conversation. And he invited him on a cutesy little date at the bakery, right? Very cutesy. But they went in there stumping and they meant business.
Yeah, I'm going to eat the food, but I got some shit to say too.
Yeah, I got some shit to say too because you took their choice away. Their choice, they had a right to choose if they wanted you back in the fold. And again, they were more mature than I would ever be because they're like, we understand why you did what you did, but it wasn't right what you did.
Yeah.
It wasn't right. It wasn't cool. You showed up in this situation messy, wanting our trust back, but then doing something to make us not trust you. Like, hello.
Using a lie to gain my trust is crazy work.
Very crazy.
Very crazy
And
work.
they like, you healed, but you still got some more healing to do, nigga.
Yeah, you still got a little fuck nigga in you.
Yeah.
But again, we could try to move forward as a team.
But then we got to be honest because I think, I'm so sorry, I never met a man that really wasn't problematic no matter how good he is. He got a little bit of shit with him that make you be like, I'm going to cuss you out.
It's a scientific fact that niggas are gonna need every time. You know, all you can do is find out the nigga that's worth the niggatry.
Yeah, niggas gonna nig. Hey, I like a good vinaigrette. Z, yeah. I like a good
vinaigrette. Justice for vinaigrettes, okay?
Yes.
A vinaigrette ain't never did me wrong.
Never did me wrong. Especially not a balsamic.
Hello? Oh, you my kind of girl. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay, so we have date night at the Sweet Spot. Mm-hmm. They address everything. I also wrote Nyla is inducted into the Draws collection. I don't know what that was about, but I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You like to keep a pair of panties in your pocket? Hey, whatever floats your boat, I guess.
I I
My
want to
book
have
is
some.
not gonna be the psycho allegations at this
I was
point.
gonna say I want to be like I'm never gonna be the Freaky Frog allegations because it's just that was
It's
a good
okay.
time. Like old school freak too. Like, g- please, like a real man gonna keep at least a pair of them panties. Take the panties off. Give them here. Take them off. Give them here. They mine now. Not getting them back. They
I'm not
belong to
mad at
me.
it.
They
And he
belong to
said,
me.
Nala, you too. Hand it here.
Yeah, he
Hand it
needed
here.
a pair because what he did with my L panties was real crazy.
Yeah. I said, now, I ain't never witnessed no shit like this before, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's just
Come on,
different.
Lisa. Sometimes, like, come on. What that video say with Michael Jackson? Come on, guys. None of
Oh,
it's
no.
true.
Don't do that
They
now.
made it up.
I mean, we love you in your freaky frog nest. You know, we meet you
It
where you
was hard
at.
to. Hey, I've had Jamaican mac and cheese. It's just not a thing. They gotta leave it alone. They gotta stick to the things they're good at.
I felt so bad because when I read that line when he said I'm harder than Jamaican mac and cheese, I thought about my favorite Jamaican spot and that mac and cheese be a brick. You hear me? I was like, damn, he ain't lying.
I never, even people like I know Jamaicans who be like that mac and cheese. Mm-mm.
Just
Yeah,
give
they
me
don't want to
everything
go through.
around the mac and cheese.
Yeah, nothing. It's very hard. It's
It
very
is.
hard.
It's a rough. I don't know what that's about. But your ass is crazy. I do know that. Okay. Malachi answers their questions. He handled it. He stood in the paint. And he also helped reassure Nyla that, like, you're not just like a bonus conquest just for me to get what I really want. I'm in this for the both of y'all. We're a three-way team.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. Like he really thought about like if this is what I want to pursue, this is what I'm gonna have to walk into and be ready for.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that for Nyla.
Loved it because a lot of times in those situations, and it's perfectly natural, because how we taught to value monogamy, like there is some insecurity. Like, is he gonna treat her better than me? Is he gonna fuck her better than me? What if he give her 17 strokes and I only get 2 or 3? Then we gotta fight. Then I
Yeah.
gotta cut the lights on. I gotta pack her shit up. I gotta put her out my house. Like you ain't gonna fuck her more better than you fuck me or treat me better. But that was never his mindset. But also he had a nice wallet on him, and he was absolutely proving without them knowing. He was showing up. That was the other part. Like,
Mhm.
I'm a believer in put your money where your mouth is. You got all the dick in the world. You're a eater. You like to keep panties, but like, put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah. Can you afford the both of us, dog? Because I
Yeah,
like nice things and she do too.
yeah. Yeah, he was showing up. He was sending iPads down to the school. He's buying, supplies and things for the pottery program. He
Yes.
was anonymously, yeah, he was really not playing. And it just took them a while to put two and two together. And he was never going to say anything.
Mhm.
Never going to say anything. So I was like, yeah, come on with it. You got to check all the boxes to get your ex-wife and her woman.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Okay, so now they locked in, they in this thing. We enjoying a wild ride at this point. I was very excited. So he is with I call them the babies because they pretty baby and baby girl, therefore they the babies.
Yep.
So he spends the night with the babies the night before the grand opening. He can't sleep, he's nervous. And it's actually Nyla who first is like, you got this, you okay? You're good enough. I mean, just reaffirming that man. I wanted her to call me and reaffirm me, okay?
Yeah.
Was that intentional for Nyla to be the one to be like, what's up? I got you. You
Yes.
good.
Yeah, because I kind of knew what was going to happen if I didn't give them one-on-one interaction, right? People were going to hit me with the, well, you said that, he was gonna love her as much as he loved Mael, but I didn't feel it. I didn't
Yeah.
get that. I didn't feel it. And of course, sexually, they're all compatible, sure, but it's when they're not in the bedroom, does the intimacy still exist? And so that's why I was like, this is a good way to show that there is intimacy between them. There is, romance. There are heavy feelings, and she's not just there for a warm, wet hole when he wants to play.
Yeah.
Like they are building an actual relationship and rapport together.
A real connection. And I love that. Like those moments where we like really see the connection, the emotional bond they were building, like those were my favorite moments. I thought that was really sweet. Okay, we had the grand opening the next day. It's a huge success. He is taking a moment to just take it all in, and panic sets in because that reporter recognizes our girl Mael. But our girl handles it flawlessly. She says what she needs to say. Here go your little soundbite. Take your ass on because I'm busy. I love that moment. And again, Nyla was like encouraging him, like, it's fine. It's good. We got you.
Yeah. He's forever gonna be famous. Even now as a world-class pastry chef, he's gonna be famous. And if he's gonna be back with his ex-wife and now he's in this triad, well, people are gonna recognize you. People are gonna recognize her. Right? They were together for years and years and years prior to this divorce. And the only reason she hadn't been, found since then is because she moved to this small city and did some healing and stayed to herself. But she's very much recognized as, the former wife of a MLB superstar turned pastry chef. There's no way around that. And I wanted to show that they were all in a place where they could handle that. Cause she definitely told that reporter, like, this about him, okay? He deserved it. He's doing a good job. He cooking his ass off. Make it about him. Bye.
Yeah, focus.
Yeah. So I wanted that to be seen because he's never gonna not be famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, even though I knew that, it's like I got so caught up in their story that it took that moment with the reporter to be like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like she was, essentially famous too. Because especially in the time of blogs and social media, like wives are famous too. Like they have almost just as many followers as the celebrity that they married. So that was a good note. Okay, I have two more quotes I wrote down, and then we're gonna get to my questions. Okay. Nyla said when he came home and they surprised him with a romantic setup, she said he has to get used to us romancing him and taking care of him, mind, body, and soul, the way he does us. When she said that, I realized that we also did hear a good bit, especially after he opened up, that he felt like his worth was in what he does or what he has or what he can do for people. And Nyla made it a point to say, like, he needs to learn how to receive that back from us.
Yeah. He's a provider. You become a millionaire, it's all but given that you become the provider. You provide for everybody. Sometimes to your detriment. So he was not used to being able to accept, should I say, because Mael always tried to do it, but he was never in a healthy enough place to accept being cared for in ways that didn't involve things and surface deep things and money and things like that. They were catering to something deeper in him because he still has a ton of money.
Yeah.
A ton. He still has money to blow. But if you're gonna be with somebody and you have something, you have tons of it to last a lifetime, what's next now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's somebody catering to you mentally and emotionally, especially as you take on this new venture that is as high stakes as baseball, probably worse. Being in the food industry is more critical. Cause if your food nasty,
that's it for you.
Yeah. What you mean your croissants is hard and they're not flaky and they don't have enough layers? So I wanted to show that not only did he have to show them that he could be back in their lives and want the version of Mael that existed now, not what he used to have, but that he was capable of doing other healthy things like receiving, care and concern from these women and not just always, taking everything on his shoulders.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. And then we get where Malachi came up with the idea to surprise Nyla at her pottery studio with a really sweet, romantic night. And he said, I wanted you in your world tonight where you feel powerful and where you shine.
When I first wrote this, that last part, that last chapter was not in there. It was not in there, but it didn't feel complete because Nyla was very integral in things getting back and something new forming. And so I was like, we need a moment where he is pouring into her and Mael is assisting because she has been such a support to both of them. And so I was like, why not in her pottery shop?
Yeah.
Right? She loves pottery. That is who she is. And why not bring them both to their knees for her pleasure? And I felt like it was a good way for readers to see, oh no, everybody is definitely about everybody. This is not just about getting Mael back and then it's like, okay, come on, Nyla, you too. It was like, I'm in love with both of y'all and let me show you.
And I loved it too because it also made her feel safe to really be honest about I did kind of worry that I was just like the plus one. I was just the bonus. And he really, made sure to reaffirm her like it's both of y'all for me. Like there's something between me and you. You mean something to me. Like you as an individual, your happiness, what matters to you matters to me. And I was just like, oh, I love me some Malachi.
Yeah, he's probably one of my favorite MMCs that I've written, and I have a hard time choosing, but I think he was the most vulnerable of the MMCs, and so he did it for me in this book. He was a fun MMC to write once we got beyond the trauma, but he was when he said he was coming home, he was coming home.
He was coming home, baby, and I loved it. I loved it so, so much. Okay, so I'm not gonna take up too much more of your time. I'm gonna ask my questions and I'm gonna let you go. So you actually already kind of answered one, but I'm gonna ask in case there was something else. From when you first were writing and during your process of writing, was there something that was drastically different in the writing process versus what we ended up with? I know you said you added the pottery studio, but was there anything else?
I added the scene where he recorded himself. Because it ended up coming full circle in that pottery scene because they were finally able to see it because when he first recorded it, he was still Jaden to them.
Yeah.
So he couldn't show them. So once everything was out in the open, I was like, you know what? This is a perfect way to bring this full circle because who don't like a good money shot?
Okay.
And he was in that video talking cash shit.
An attachment. I said, oh yeah. Let's bring it on home. Y'all hit play, please.
Yeah. So that was not in there originally, but it came to me because it was like, what you be doing with their panties? What
are you doing with them draws, dog?
That's what he was doing.
Now we know.
That's what he was doing.
Never heard nothing like that, but okay. Okay. Was there a scene that you enjoyed writing the most? And on the flip side, was there one that was the most difficult for you to write?
I enjoyed writing the scenes where Mael and Nyla are alone. Like I didn't set out for there to be like those sapphic moments, but I felt like a lot of times when we talk about women being bisexual or sexually fluid, it's always in the presence of a man. And
Mhm.
so I needed to show that their relationship without a man involved, it was extremely romantic, it was extremely sexy. And that they were head over heels in love with each other. And so they were intimate, and it was like, damn, do they really need Malachi?
For real. Because they also added to the importance of Malachi being short because they have a really good thing. Like,
Yeah.
even the way Nyla always makes sure to physically connect with Maya to let her know, like, you good, I'm here. Like, you know, she'll hold her hand, she'll reach out and squeeze her thigh, like, you okay, I got you, I got you.
Yep.
So I was like, Malachi, don't come over here messing nothing up.
Correct. Correct. And I think the scene that I least enjoyed writing was more like him really diving into his relationship with his father, him discussing his mother passing and how after she passed, he decided to go no contact with his father. So those are hard scenes to write, even if they're fictional, because that's something hard to do. Going no contact with your family is never an easy decision.
Yeah.
And typically you've put up with as much as you could put up with before you be like, you know what? Hell no. I'm
Yeah.
out of here. Leave me alone. So that was very difficult to write.
I can see that. Um, Out of everyone in the story, who was your favorite character and why?
Oh, that's so hard. Oh my goodness, because I loved all three of them for really different reasons.
Yeah, for real.
And I've been thinking of ways to maybe bring them back. Um, but they ended so happy. They
They
just ended so happy. I don't know what
did.
else to bring to the table with them. But I really actually loved Nyla because she is the type of partner that you want. She considers herself, yes, but she also considers her partner and gives them room to breathe and work through
Mhm.
emotions and not make them feel guilty for having feelings. Like she never made Mael feel guilty for potentially having some unresolved issues with Malachi.
Yeah.
She supported her through that. So Nyla she's definitely my favorite.
That's a strong one right there.
Yeah. Some holiday
Kudos to her.
updates. Oh Lord.
Yeah, give us. We can just check in, see how they doing. You know, you don't have to give us too much. Just a little. Let us say hey.
That's fair.
Let us say. Let us share. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna name the characters, and I want you to tell me what you hope people think of when they, walk away from this book.
Okay.
So Malachi, are you thinking or did it freeze? You're not blinking, so it's frozen. Okay. Yeah, it's frozen. I was about to say, damn, my girl thinking hard. Oh,
Okay.
there she go. Okay.
Okay. I'm back.
I was like, girl, you thinking hard. We could skip to the next person, but it was
No.
frozen.
Yeah, no. I would say Malachi is worthy.
Ooh. Okay, you eating this one up. Okay, Nyla.
She's a connector.
Okay, and Mayel.
Hmm. I have a lot of words for Mael.
That's okay. You can give us more than one.
Self assured. Yeah, so she became self assured. Where she wasn't before, she was now.
I
Yeah.
love that. And then just in general with the whole book, what do you hope we took away from the story?
know that I'm real no second chances myself in general, but sometimes when you see people doing the work, it's okay to get out of your own way and allow what's meant to be to be.
Okay.
And then I guess the other part is that I can write more than Enigma. Okay. I could give the people more than Enigma.
That actually was the first question I wrote down, but I was like, I don't want to bring it up. But did you worry that like people would come into this just expecting another Enigma?
Absolutely. Even some of the feedback was like, "Oh, this was so romantic. It was so it like made me warm and fuzzy inside." And which Enigma made me warm and fuzzy inside, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
Um, but there's just, there's so many ways to do erotica. And I feel like this series was good both from 109 to 123 to 206, in that the erotica was presented beautifully in all three stories.
It was.
So like that was the best part of this project, is showing people that you absolutely can present, the nastiness in very different ways. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. I know I said it at the beginning, but I really enjoyed the 2 a.m. series because there were like some. I don't want to say heavy, but it was still like some underlining like stuff you could take away from each of the stories. They were so different. I ended up loving like how the three MMCs were like homeboys, besties. I loved how y'all brought the three of them together, and like the series was just like chef's kiss. Like y'all started off the year right.
Well, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a great project. It and I'm looking forward to doing some more group projects. I know, Fran was discussing the possibility of doing a group project, another group project. So like it's a good time. It's a good time. Yeah.
As a reader, it was definitely a good time for me. I can tell y'all that much. Okay, so what else do you have in store and where can we see you this year?
So I have the last book in Winston Hills coming April 6th. So I'm feeling emotional because that's the end of a fictional era for me, because that version of Winston Hills will be done for after Reverence. So Reverence is coming out for 6. Then I'm gonna go back over to Stonebridge and get to Lennox Lane, because I have people cussing me out in my DMs like, and where's Lennox Lane at? Like I'm like, oh, it's coming. It's coming. I promise. I'm bringing it. It's toxic. It's funny. It's silly. Those characters have been talking to me. So I'm gonna be heading back to Lennox Lane. Probably this summer. You can see me at BookCon in April.
Okay.
I'll be at BookCon. You can catch me at Black Romance Book Fest in May. And you can catch me at Southern Hearts in October. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll see you twice this year. Okay, okay, okay.
I'm gonna see you at Southern Hearts.
Southern Hearts and Black Romance.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a good time. And yes, please come see me. I got an exclusive for Concrete and Cadence. It's got some sprayed edges. I just saw the first one, and it's super cute. So, there's that. And if you got a book box, pick up your book box. Cause listen, I'm sorry, I love y'all, but I can only do 50 book boxes, because if y'all saw how much stuff was in my house for 50 book boxes,
I can imagine because it's a lot of stuff in that box.
it's a lot of stuff. And so I'm excited about that. I know I'm terrible. I'm excited for y'all to be emotional, because the prequel to Enigma is very emotional. I just want to tell you that, and it's only in that book box. I'm not producing other copies that you could just grab. But that prequel opens up with Caleb at Angel's funeral.
You see what I'm saying? You didn't tone me up enough. You told me up enough. Like, give me a break. Give me some time.
You got till May?
Why you want to tear us up like that? I'm a Cancer. I'm emotional, baby. You gonna have me sliding down the wall.
Yeah, you finna be sliding, sister. Y'all finna be sliding. I'm so sorry.
Okay, well, I'll do a live support group for us to slide down the wall as a unit.
Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, that's where I'm gonna be. If you go into Black Romance, please get your pre-orders in, because I want to make sure I got enough books for people. Friend, you not blocking me, child. Everybody want to block me. It's always what 50 do. Why y'all saying fuck me? What I do? All I did was write the books. But yes, and also I'm gonna have 206 at Black Romance, and it's in color. It's really pretty.
Go and get mine. Go and get mine. When y'all see me in the line, let me scooch up a couple people, okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna put y'all books in these custom CM Barnes bags and everything. I'm gonna have my life together.
Oh, you
for Black
classy
Romance.
base. I like it.
Yeah, little thing, just a little something. Reverence comes out April 6th on my birthday. I'm releasing that book, and then I'm gonna turn my devices off and go spend my birthday doing whatever I want.
Not you gonna drop a bomb on us and just go and enjoy your life while we over here stressing and crying and snotting and stuff. That's crazy work.
I know that Reverence is a good book because my husband is like, I need you to send it to me this weekend so I could get to reading. I need to see what we got going on. What you've been telling me. He said y'all finna cuss me out. He said y'all gonna love me through it, but y'all are really about to be on my head about this book.
That's a shame. And you just smiling and sniggling and giggling.
Listen,
what's
like
the word you had me Google the other day?
Frauding?
Woo! I've been invested ever since I Googled that word. I said, baby, I don't even know the name of the book, but I'm locked in and I'm ready, okay?
Yeah, frauding. Yeah. That book is very beautiful. And I really just want readers to see my progression from Enigma, which is my debut. And people be tearing me a new asshole when they talk about Enigma because it's too much.
It's too grown for me. I'm so sick of it.
For me. But it's like this my debut book. It's my first book. I'm a new author, and I know people are probably like, I've been seeing that damn book everywhere, but I feel like if you haven't gotten into the rest of the series, you can really start to see my growth as an author once you make it into Awakening and Ascension. And I think Reverence, y'all gonna be like, okay, you ain't playing no games with us. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm excited. I'm definitely looking forward to a little bit of frauding and whatnot, but not the stress, but that's okay. I guess that's balance in your mind, so I'm here for it. Tell the people where they can find you, and also, aren't you a part of a group that has like some major people? Come on.
Listen, let me tell y'all about the Lit Library, because tomorrow we are interviewing a legendary Donna Hill, just like a true Black romance pioneer, and she goes on that Mount Rushmore of Black romance. We interviewed Beverly Jenkins 2 weeks ago, and she dropped some gems that I think readers and authors need to go and listen to. Because we're not doing our homework in the space, which is evidenced by calling, Kenny Ryan and Tia Williams token Black authors and things like that, because y'all don't know y'all history. Y'all are not doing your homework on what Black romance is. Y'all don't understand how hard it is to even break into traditional spaces. Nothing has ever been given to anybody who succeeds in the Black literary world and even has crossover appeal. So that was just a very nasty racist talking point. So we bringing the legends out because they are dropping gems on us, and they telling us to get it together.
And we need it right now.
Yeah, so the Lit Library is myself, D.H. Renfro, Jaleesa Reeds, Poppin' Pages, Chandra, Diamond, and Bree. And so, I mean, really a good time. Humbled to be able to have this experience. And then next week we'll be interviewing Brenda Jackson. So don't play with us. We just here
Period.
doing the Lord's work.
Put some respect on
Put some
these
respect
ladies'
on the
names,
Lit Library
please.
name. We just here
Please.
doing our biggest thing, but also because we want to be educated and we want to honor the book space. Oh, thank you, Code. Yeah, we want to honor what it means to be Black romance and just Black literary space. The Lit Library reads across all genres, so your thrillers, you know, your historical fiction, things like that, women's fiction. We just did a review of Waiting to Exhale as women over 30 because it hit way different reading Waiting to Exhale over 30. Yeah, it just hit really, really differently. So, you know, check us
Okay,
out.
Cole say he got that Malachi money, okay?
Yeah, yeah, he came in here. Did I get the iPads? Yes, I did. Thank you.
And I just want to say real quick before we go, I know Miss Renfro is in here, Miss Gaines is not, but I want to say, like, I am really proud of y'all. Like, y'all are doing big things. The 2 a.m. series was so good. I know I've already said it, but I'm going to keep saying it was so good. Like, the way y'all connected the stories with the fellas, like, I just be sitting back watching what y'all doing. I just be like a proud big sister. Like, I love everything that's coming to y'all. Even I remember watching you in a live a long time ago, and I think I had just posted, or I just had started reading Enigma, and everybody was asking like, "Are you gonna be at any book events?" And you were like, "Well, I'm gonna be at Black Romance, but just as a reader." And I was like, "Girl, we're gonna get a folding table and a tablecloth because we got to set up shop." And like just from then to now, like the things you have accomplished, like I'm just really proud and I'm really happy for you. And like I'm proud to just root y'all on because like y'all are doing big things and I love to just see it. Like,
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't take anything that is happening with me in the book space for granted. And I hope that is evidenced by the connections I'm building with people and the way I'm just showing up in the space and even supporting when it's not about me. Because, you know, delayed, not denied. Honestly, I was very happy to be there as a reader. I was very happy to support DH Renfro and LB Gaines, who are going to be there as well. Code is going to be there as well. Like there's a lot of authors that were going to be there because there's just joy in seeing people win, right? My wins will come when it's time for them to come. I will get them and they will be mine. So it doesn't take anything from me to celebrate everybody else's wins. And so that's one of the things. Also, Fran is my friend in real life. And so that chemistry is always evident because I talk to her every single day. We talk every single day. So 2 a.m. series was easy. We got to know LB Gaines and her process and her pen, and Bulletproof Love just came out. And she got to shoot me the fair one for that cliffhanger. Because why she did us like that, that was very petty. You know, I saw that Code recently has some books that are preparing to go to audio. Creative Differences is getting an audiobook. The 2 a.m. series are getting audiobooks. All the Enigma books, all the Winston Hill books will get audiobooks. They're up for pre-order right now. Concrete and Cadence gets an audiobook. Like so many wins that we don't have to take anything from each other to have them at all ever. So yeah, I'm glad to be on this journey with Fran. That's the other thing. I'm not alone in being a new author because I got a friend by my side, several friends actually. You know, the Hoochies and the Lit Library, and you know, my husband is rooting me on every step of the way. So it's so easy to enjoy the space when you are winning with people who love you, honestly. Yeah.
well, I just want you to know I'm really happy for you. Like, I don't know you personally, but I'm still proud. Everything that I see y'all accomplish, I'm just in awe and I'm so excited for y'all.
Well, I thank you for having me. Come see me at Black Romance. Come get this gifted copy of 206 I got for you. Okay. So that I can sign it. Come get this copy of 206 because you have been very diligent in giving the three of us a platform. Oh, and Minx is in here. Lee, author Minx is in here who put out a novelette in Room 9. And so I'm hoping Room 9, a very nasty girl. Very nasty girl.
Mhm.
And I'm really hoping that Minx is at Black Romance next year as well. And Nat is in here as from Urban Tea Room. So like, but come see me at Black Romance. I have a copy of 206 for you. You gave us immaculate interviews both from 109, 123, and 206.
Thank
And
you.
we are nothing but grateful. So please, and Fran said come get your copy of 123. And I'll make sure you have your copy of 109 so that
Thank
you'll
you.
have a completed set from the 2 a.m. series
Y'all
because
better
you didn't
stop. I
have to do
just
this.
told y'all I'm a cancer and I'm emotional. Y'all can't do that. Y'all cannot do this. Everybody slow down now, okay?
No, you
Not
gotta
ugly crying
pour.
no
We
lie.
gonna pour into the people that's pouring into us.
I
And so
appreciate. Well, I feel like I'm a little older than most in this space, right? And so I admire seeing a lot of y'all that's like 10, 20 years younger than me, like out here doing the things. Like,
I know we probably the same age.
I don't know, I'm 41.
I'm 41. Hello.
Oh, hey, twin. But
Hey.
it just make me so proud because like that takes courage. It takes guts to do so, put yourself out there, especially when people love to come on social media and talk shit. So I just love supporting y'all and just like rooting for y'all and cheering for y'all. Like I
Well,
feel like it's an honor for me to be able to, use my platform to like support y'all.
we appreciate that, and that's why we gonna support you and make sure you got a full set of the 2 a.m. series that's signed. And they are in color. I think all three books are in color for BRBF.
And I'm gonna read them all over again from the top.
So yeah,
But
so
yes,
come
I have
do
room
that.
9 on my Kindle, y'all. That's already next on the line, y'all. I got my books, y'all. Make sure y'all got yours.
Yeah, and finally, she gonna be nearby. Because I told her she better have some copies of Room 9 on her. Okay, get your little copy, little trapping out the backpack.
Hey,
Some
what
trapping
I
out.
told you, I'll bring the folding table for her. It's not a problem.
Yeah,
I got a tablecloth and everything. We can set up
yeah.
shop in the lobby.
And
Okay.
we'll be at Southern Hearts too. Fran is my assistant.
Okay.
Lee will be there. Arthur Minks will be there. The girls will be there. So we'll get to see you twice. But please, I'm gonna put it in my calendar, and Fran ain't gonna let us forget either. That we have a set for you because we appreciate you, and so everything you're doing, we need to give you your flowers. Because no indie Black authors become what we are from the readers, from the content creators who take the time to read our books, review our books, invite us to do lives, repost and retweet things that we're sharing when we have new books coming out. So we don't take that for granted. It is not a big marketing scheme behind us pushing us forward. It's other Black women and Black men in this space pushing us forward and giving us a light to shine. So don't take that for granted. You doing that.
I receive it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like Malachi. I receive it. I receive it. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate all three of y'all. I appreciate you so much for answering my questions. Let me pick your brain. Y'all did a great job, and I'm looking forward to whatever is next. We're gonna be right here.
Absolutely. Thank you. And we'll talk soon.
All right. Y'all have a good night, y'all. Thank y'all so
Bye,
much for
y'all.
tuning in.